Hey, my chosen for a reason family. So today's challenge is write the vision and make it plain. That is in, let me see if I can pronounce it, Habakkuk 2:2. What they mean by write the vision and make it plain, it should be written out so thoroughly that if somebody read your vision that didn't know you, they should be able to implement all the steps and they should be able to run with that thing. So, the other day we did a prayer board. Today we're doing a vision board. Now, I wish I could show y'all my vision board, but unfortunately, it is in storage. So, it's just about what do you see moving forward in your life. You can deal with all five core areas, or you could deal with one at a time. And the all five core areas are spiritually, mentally, emotionally, financially, and physically. So, for me, I remember putting like having more faith, um, boldness, being fearless. I didn't pretty much, I didn't do anything like put what kind of house or, all those type of things on there. I basically put on my vision board stuff that dealt with my mental and dealt with me emotionally, because before you can acquire all those things on the outside, you definitely have to take care of the things on the inside. So I already had done two challenges that kind of goes with this, where, what was it? I had, in the beginning of this challenge, I said for you to plan your life a year from now. And I also did a challenge on if you fail to plan, then plan to fail. If you put both of those together, then you should be able to come up with a vision for your life. Matter of fact, you need to be able to have the vision for your life first and foremost before you can even plan where it is that you're trying to take your life a year from now. All right, so maybe I should have did that then, but then maybe again, you needed to learn how to organize and structure and have strategy. You need to learn how to plan. For people who don't really truly plan, they just go about their day. Whatever happens, happens. But we're realizing that we're being intentional. We have to sit up here and write down what it is that we want, what it is that we need, what it is that we desire. That is all a part of the vision. So, I want y'all to, after y'all finish those prayer boards, of course, then I need y'all to get on that vision board. Because, truth be told, they go hand in hand. God has already given you a vision. Some people have wild imaginations. Some people are like, this is what I plan to do. This is where I see myself a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now. That's because that is the vision that God has already given them. But there are certain steps that we need to put in place in order to be able to obtain that vision. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to start writing out your vision and what it's going to take in order for you to be able to get it. We're not looking at this anymore as if this is something that I'm not going to be able to get. It's unobtainable. No, it is. It may look super big to you. It may look so large and just out of reach. But if you put it into them little bitty steps, after you have consistently done them time and time again, will lead into greater steps. And then before you know it, you will have accomplished something that you thought you could never accomplish. Okay, so it's time for us to get that vision up out of our head and get it onto some paper. Because one thing I know about this mind right here, it has to see. It has to see exactly what it is that you're talking about in order for it to go in that direction. I'm going to have another challenge about that too, about the mind, because you're probably wondering like, what do I mean? But I'm not going to get ahead of myself. But we are going to have a challenge about the subconscious mind and the conscious mind. But anyway, though, write it out. So that way, this is something that you're constantly looking at. This is something that is repeatedly going through your mind. You're training your mind to be like, look, you see what's on that vision board? This is what we're going after. This is what we're going to have. Your mind starts thinking, okay, what are the steps that we need in order to be able to get what is on that vision board? So when I say that all these challenges, there's a method to it. Yes, we all want the finer things in life, but before we can get them finer things in life, we got to work on all of these first. We got to work on this mind. We got to work on this heart. We got to work on the insides so that our insides can match the outsides. So I pray that each one of these challenges have been helping you up until this point, because it has definitely been helping me. God has definitely been putting this on my spirit, because these are things that I'm working on as well. So you guys are not just doing it by yourselves, because you know what? It's time to stop being like, oh, I wish I had that. I wish I had this. No, no more wishing. It's possible. As long as God wakes you up each and every day, it's possible for you to take them small steps towards where it is, to what it is that you want, to where it is that God is trying to take you. But you got to be willing to do the work. You got to be willing to sacrifice. You got to be willing to delay gratification. Like, you got to be willing to show up. You got to be willing to be disciplined. You got to be willing to be consistent. You got to be willing to be committed, regardless if you want to or not. Because truth be told, spiritual warfare is real. Since I have started this challenge, there's so many times where it's like, I don't have nothing to talk about. Do you know how many times I've had to record a video over and over and over and over again? But it's like, no, I committed myself to not only me and to God, but I committed myself to showing up for y'all. Okay? So this is just what we got to do. These are the things that we have to do in order to be able to get things that we want out of life. So, what is it that we're doing today? Yes, we're doing those vision boards. I love y'all, and I will see y'all tomorrow.